Yep.
What's happening?
Not much.
It's Labor Day.
It is Labor Day.
There's no fireworks.
What?
There's no fireworks.
There's no fireworks on Labor Day.
Yeah, there's never fireworks on Labor Day.
Why though?
Exactly.
There should be fireworks.
But like you
I
said
agree.
that like
Because a holiday that demands you be off work, it should also be a fireworks holiday.
So every holiday should have fireworks.
Yes.
Not every holiday,
Yes.
just federal ones.
I mean, Christmas would be pretty cool with fireworks.
That
I agree.
Christmas, yeah.
Thanksgiving? It's kind of like the start.
I can take it or leave it. 'Cause I'm still
Yeah, it's like
here.
cannons going off.
It's the beginning of shopping right there.
Yes.
Like,
But like
Or that.
when the fireworks go off, it's just like go out. Black Friday begin.
it's not Black Friday anymore because mind your stores open up at like what 6 o'clock that afternoon.
Yeah, even earlier, days before now.
Ayo.
All right, well we're
Everybody going down.
That's gonna die. Oh man, I saw Kevin Hart like 3-4 months ago, and I'm just waiting for it to get on Netflix because it was so funny.
Which one was it? The what now?
You know, it's all brand new material. Yeah, whenever it comes on, it's oh man, I'm
His
gonna
life
watch it
is
again.
fucked up and funny.
Anyway,
But I feel like he is the factor for most of the fuck ups.
yeah, that's what makes it funny.
I like how he handles it though. I really do. He handles that shit with finesse.
I mean, he had one stand-up where he said, like, when he was, like, getting into comedy, they're like, just talk about your life, like, be real. And then he started talking about his kids and stuff, and his wife, and his marriage, and that's what got him big.
At least he's finally big instead of being short. You missed this. I
Wrong
know
little
it.
Back
man.
to my phone. No.
It's almost dead, and you need GPS.
True.
Yeah, why do you use your phone?
Because a thing called a car charger exists.
No, it doesn't. Not on this planet.
Not in your vehicle.
Where the fuck am I going?
Also,
Oh, that's
the
Ben's card.
Why do you carry my card with you?
Because apparently I've lost too many cards and security won't give me another one.
So you're using mine to get in and out of the building?
They have to deactivate it. Yes, they will.
That's kind of sweet, but at the same time,
Why not?
How many have you lost?
Because they took yours from my desk.
Who took it?
I don't know.
What? That's creepy.
Because I had yours and Jason's on my desk, and I'm like, hey, these are mine now. And then I came back on like a Monday, and they were gone, and I was very
Wait,
upset.
is it mine too?
Yes.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
It was
That's kinda
angering.
creepy. Like, hey, these black guys that are like big. I'm gonna take these cards.
or it was just like HR or somebody.
It's probably S.
So we're talking about My Hero?
What? Sure, maybe.
I mean, I thought we agreed on that before we
We're talking about who the traitor is?
We can talk about whatever My Hero.
The Traitor.
No spoilers from the manga.
There's a traitor.
What?
So,
Oh shit, I can't.
one
I would be
Ben.
really mad at you, Kimberly.
Ben cannot hear
Read.
Whole
spoilers.
name.
Ben cannot hear spoilers.
You're lucky
and
I'm watching the sub.
That's true.
Read.
I'm not gonna read it. I'd rather watch it.
I mean, when season 3 ends, what are you gonna do? Just sit there in limbo while we're still reading it and talking about it, and you're just gonna be bad?
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Wait for the dub.
No, I'll watch subbed. I just don't want to read. Like, I don't like reading.
I understand.
Period.
I don't like
Reading manga is different.
It
No,
is very different.
Reading
It's
manga is
different,
fun.
but
My
it's not.
Hero
It
has a
still
lot
doesn't
more
step
action in
up.
their
It
manga.
really, like, My Hero's manga is
I
really,
can see it moving in front of my eyes. I like to be the
Like-
engine that turns.
when they make the animation, like, just frame by frame from the manga, it's so good. They do a good job. Just
Cool.
make it to life. Like, One Piece, terrible to read because there's so much dialogue and it just gets cumbersome.
It's One Piece.
I
True.
love how they animate.
Hi, my name is Kim.
I can.
Hey, Sunny Bunny.
I have no idea what else you want me to tell about myself.
Well, that's it.
Alright, how about we just start with
See? This is all like high school all over
State your
again.
name,
Okay, go
your
around the
friendship.
room.
well,
Introduce
high school and
yourself.
college, you say your name, where you're from, what you're into, your
Your major.
your major, that too. what college is about.
And a fun fact.
Maybe I'm
And
glad
that's
I graduated in IT field because they would barely get these kids to talk.
Fun fact. Okay.
I had
Shit,
to
well,
do
where
it.
was you at?
ACC.
I had to go talk every damn class. Like I didn't see the last 3 people in the last fucking class.
I mean, I was a communications major. All we did was talk.
Yeah,
pretty terrible.
I'm a freaking nerd major. We don't like to talk to people.
So when I graduated, you didn't specialize in high school.
No, I'm talking about college.
Oh.
I'm talking college.
Well, apparently I didn't get that memo.
Fail.
All right.
specialized in high school too. Finance.
You should do the welcome back to apartment shenanigans. You never do it.
Nope, don't do it.
Okay.
If I do it, we'll be here like for hours.
Why do you say that?
The last time I tried to do it, I messed it up a whole
He
bunch.
did. Yeah, he cannot do like a little spiel real quick.
I
Like,
couldn't say shenanigans correctly. I kept putting
But you
M's
said
instead of
shenanigans.
M's.
no, he was
like
like,
that.
welcome back to the apartment shenanigans. Take 2. Welcome back to apartment to the like he just kept messing it up.
Yep.
I love you.
I don't have the cuts anymore, but it was hilarious.
Welcome back to apartment shenanigans.
I'm Ralph. I was here last time.
Ow.
Not last time, but
On
The
the
time
D&D
before that.
episode.
Hi, my name is Kim.
That's it.
I tried to start a rebellion. Didn't bring enough pamphlets.
piss off, ghosts.
My name's Jason. I was here because of the pamphlet, but apparently, it's just me.
Yeah.
Just me.
And I'm Avery, as you guys know, and I live here.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
You've been evicted.
What?
I live here now. Your room is mine.
That would be bad. Ben cannot pay for this by himself.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's like, you don't know Ben's life.
No, he
I
does.
know his life. Anyway, welcome back to Apartment Shenanigans, everyone. And today, with everyone, we're going to be talking about My Hero Academia.
I keep my ideas up.
Who's
What?
We're talking about who the traitor
She's
is.
singing.
Oh, okay.
Or give us the Japanese title.
We are going to try our best to not spoil anything that the anime has not covered. And I know everyone here is up to date on the manga or has spoilers of the manga other than Ben. So Ben just
And a
misses
little bit of
that.
me. Because I know one spoiler, but that's it.
True. And of the time of this recording, the anime is up to season 3, episode something. But it's
59.
GG.
Which isn't a good episode.
it is
by the
it is
way.
episode 60, but season 3. I don't know what episode in season 3 it is.
It's episode 59, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's total of the entire series. Okay, it is season 3, episode 21. There we go. My Hero Academia. So we won't go past that. And sorry, yeah, Ben, you're messing everything up.
Oh no, it's almost like that's my life.
Well,
Your life is a joke.
fuck.
Damn.
A mood.
Anyway, so Relle, you said you want to talk about what, the traitor?
Who the traitor is?
All right, so
Traitor.
for anyone who is not familiar with My Hero Academia, there are 3 seasons of it, and there's villain attacks in the first week. What's the synopsis of the series? God dang! For anyone who's not,
you could read it.
you're right.
I also want to talk about.
There you go, Jason.
I also want to talk about
Banned.
that Deku can't be that rare because in the beginning I remember them saying like 80% of the people in the world have quirks, so that means there's 20 people.
We can
20%,
actually touch on that particular one as well. 'Cause
That-
that one's been nicely covered.
If that's 20%, that means he's not really that rare. He's not that.
I mean, it's still
special
rare.
than
But, okay, so My Hero
1 in
Academia
4 people, 1
is
in 5
about
people have a quirk.
a little kid, not a little kid.
Wow, he's like 14.
Okay,
Dang.
he's
He's
freshman.
still a kid.
Freshman in high
But
school.
when you look
He's
at him,
not a
you'll think he's a
little
little kid.
kid.
He's
Yeah.
short. He's not that. No.
Hey, Kim, would you?
Yes.
When I was 14? Heck yeah.
No.
Because of the curly hair.
Oh, no, that's
See?
a
So he's a little
pedophile.
kid.
Is it the freckles or the
I'm
curly
sorry.
hair?
I'm not a pedophile. Some people are little kids, and some people are just kids. Some people are teenagers.
Alright, so My Hero Academia is about a kid named Izuku Midoriya. His nickname is Deku, and he has no quirk. They live in a world where quirks are superpowers, and 80% of the population has a quirk. And he does not have a quirk. And basically, he idolizes this one superhero named All Might. And spoiler for the first episode, if you don't even know about the series, but All Might's like, you can be a hero. I can give you a quirk. And that's how the show begins, and it is a story of how Deku becomes the number one hero, and he does say that in the first episode as well. And yeah, it's his life in high school, where they do have high schools where you learn how to become a hero. There's sidekicks, there's organizations for heroism and training and all this other stuff. And it's just a good shonen anime that is really popular. And
It's caught on like fire.
it has caught on really quickly. I think it started in 2014. And
It's
3 seasons in...
Has it been that
The
long?
manga started in 2014.
So yeah, the anime started in 2016.
Yeah, the manga started in 2016.
The manga did or the anime?
Wait, My Hero Vigilantes. What? No, I didn't ask about Vigilantes.
The manga started July 7th, 2014
There
to
you go.
now, and the anime started in April 3rd, 2016. So Jason was correct. And 59 episodes in the anime.
Guess the date.
There's also a movie coming out in September that we're all actually
We're
seeing.
gonna go see that bitch.
So that's gonna be really good.
It's gonna be so sad.
But
Why?
Because she's
Because
not going
David
with us.
and Melissa don't know that he's super sick, and now they're gonna find out he's super sick, and it's gonna be really sad.
Spoiler alert.
that's not a spoiler. It's like
Uh-huh.
you found out in the first episode.
Second
But-
episode.
Second, first, whatever.
He's dying, bro.
But so the whole point is that Relle wants to talk about this traitor is that multiple times these villains that attack the students in the school, they're like, hey, they can't figure this out unless there's a traitor amongst us leaking information. And there's a bunch of theories on YouTube and other social medias talk about who this traitor could be. And this episode honestly won't be relevant to anyone unless you watch the show.
It could be.
Could it?
It's the principal.
Yeah. If we're actually going to go with the
Probably.
trailer, with the traitor aspect,
It's
Relle, what would you actually like to start with the traitor?
Yeah, go for it.
I used to think it was Ochicho
Which one is?
or Uravity.
Uravity,
Wow.
Uraraka, Ochiko.
I mean,
I'm
at first,
surprised
I mean,
because he's smart.
No, my child is sweet and precious. Why? How dare you?
but no. Now I think it's that invisible bitch,
Toro.
the motherfucker you never see,
She might not even be
and you
there
literally
ever.
never see her. So
I think it's Toro, but that's I'll get to that. So,
Right.
but why do you think it's Uravity?
no, I used to think it was her.
Oh, you used to, okay.
You think it was her?
So why did
Yeah.
you think it's her?
Why I think it was Uravity?
Yeah.
Because she wanted the money.
So just because she was all in the
Just
money,
because
she was
she
like,
wanted
"I'll get
the
it any way
Like,
possible."
she didn't say she
Well, it
wanted
was
to
that
be a hero.
she was trying to actually do that for her family.
Yeah.
So
And I'm
basically,
not faulting her for that.
No.
You know, you do your money with your family and whatever. But I don't know what would you didn't say what you wouldn't do for that money.
she did.
True.
So,
But she did become a better when she went through her training when they had the apprenticeships.
Mhm.
That's kind of what turned me off of her. Like, mind you, I still have doubts about everybody.
Mhm.
However, this last episode, like, yes, I actually feel exactly how I do not know majority of these characters' name, but Invisible Girl was
Terrell.
actually she's number one in my list because again, you never know where she
never
is.
see her.
However, whose quirk just materialized or actually just got a little OP?
I don't know who you're referring to.
Froggy.
Froppy?
No,
Oh, the
dude.
camouflage?
Yeah.
Ain't really good OP. She just got camouflage.
Yeah, but mind you,
It's not OP though because you can still see her pretty easily if you're paying attention. It's not
Right,
completely,
well, frogs also end up developing
Yeah.
similar,
And they-
similar
and shit.
things.
and it's not
It's
completely
not
invisibility.
invisibility.
Yeah.
It's just camouflage like a
Because you can't
chameleon.
move. Like, if you
It's-
move it, you can't do it.
yeah.
Wait,
Like,
what?
Frogs can't maintain
Oh, you're talking
camouflage
about-
and
I
move.
see.
They
I
can
mean-
only stay still and do camouflage.
That's real life frogs. We're talking about anime.
Well, no,
True.
she's the same. She's the same weight.
She
She
said
can
that she
move?
could do anything that
Yeah.
a frog can do.
Yeah, if you look at her long enough, you can definitely see that she's there, but they
Right.
weren't looking for her, so that's why they couldn't see her.
Right.
Combat style, she says.
So you thought it was Ochako because she wanted money.
She want that moolah.
See, I have two theories of who it might be, and one is pretty like both are kind of popular, but mine is Toro, Invisible Girl, like Jason thinks so. And what?
Just the face.
I think that because of things from the manga and the anime, not going to spoilers, but every time there's a big battle,
She's nowhere to be
she's
seen.
nowhere to be seen. Like
You never
in-
see her in the fight.
Not
or
even her
help
gloves.
out.
Like, you don't even see
Yes,
fucking
you
gloves.
do.
You
You,
never-
see her gloves.
you
I
never-
look out
No,
for her.
because she goes, "Oh, let me help," and then takes her clothes off.
Exactly.
And then what happens?
And not only that, in the first season finale, when at the USJ arc fight, they always had a map at the beginning of the episode and in the manga of where every single person was at. And they even
They showed her on the map. She was just invisible.
No, if you look at the manga chapter, the artist said, "Toro, I don't know. He doesn't know where she is. That's just putting red flags out there for her already.
Is it the fact that he didn't know because he couldn't put a finger up actual moniker on her?
He could easily put an arrow though.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I'm saying that it's that principle because he literally said he hates humans. He
does-
said that at the very beginning. He was very open about that. It's like, nope, I hate humans. They tested on me. I hate them. It's like, They seem to know all these things about places where your students go.
That could be true. That could be very true.
Plus, all my children are good and precious. How dare you?
So Ben, what are your thoughts? Where are you thinking that?
I could see it being the principal or Ochako.
I can see it being the principal too, only because who's gonna check him?
Well, and the way his quirk works, being super smart and not liking, as they said already, not liking humans as a general concept. Also,
Well, they also made mention that there are a bunch of lower named characters within the series, such as the guy who actually has animal clairvoyance, that he actually could be.
I did see that one too. Yeah.
I mean, his quirk is quite unique, but it also could be the. It's interesting how the guy who actually utilizes, and I apologize everyone on the podcast, I do not know names of most of these characters in this anime. But the guy who actually does who utilizes electricity,
Kaminari.
Yes.
Kaminari!
That could be a front when he actually overuses his joltage.
It could be.
A precious dumbass.
It could be, but he literally turns into One Punch Man.
He does. He goes like this speedball, like, it's
And
great.
he just becomes like mute, basically.
But the other theory was actually the girl with the headphone jacks. So the fact
I haven't
she
heard
can
anything
easily,
about
I
that.
haven't heard a theory with her. What
she
is
can
that?
easily recommunicate, like utilizing her quirk. She can actually send out signals. Or this is the
Can
way.
she actually transmit though, or is it just like?
I've only seen that she could just
waves?
hear.
It's
But I
not-
mean, if somebody like her,
It's not like she's like.
The only
I've
thing she
never
can
heard
do.
words come through.
Yeah, the only thing she's done is plugged her headphone jack into her subwoofers on her
She
feet.
amplified the sound.
She can
Yeah.
amplify sound, but she never, like Ben said, she never actually puts words out there. One time she puts her headphones into like the ground.
She
to
puts
make
it into the wall.
Yeah, to like
also.
make sound come out of the ground or wall, make the vibrations, but she's never ever communicated actual words.
So,
because there's somebody like
but words will still be like
It'll be a signal.
Yeah, it could be. That's what I'm thinking. More along the lines of the signal that
So
she
you
sent.
think
like
she's
Morse code.
Yeah,
Morse code, or just like saying, "Hey, we're here," like look for
or
the sound.
or small ping.
I don't know. That sounds farther fetched, but it could be.
She can blow some dirt. She can send a ping.
See,
Well, yeah, no. I'm just saying them using that as,
Who would hear
as
it?
a way
That's the thing. Who's
to
gonna hear it?
transmit out,
Her mom
like
would, right?
the creators and stuff.
and another theory that kind of came up more so in the manga than the anime right now, but is Ayama, the sparkling guy, belly button navel laser.
naval guy. Yeah.
There's a point in the manga where he has a little creepy factor to him, and that's all I'll say. But like people are like, "Oh, I think he's like that." That was really weird. But then the very next chapter, they like explained why that happened, so people kind of like blew it off. But still a possibility. And even in the manga where they are now compared to the anime, the traitor hasn't been revealed or even hinted at even more.
So again, with this traitor, I feel as though there's going to be a huge reveal, and it's going to be a shock.
Do you think it's going to come out of nowhere? Like people aren't even going to be talking about it. Then it's like, boom, I'm the traitor.
It could be a dire situation, and the person who you think was supposed to help you isn't going to help you.
Right.
Like, can't help you. I'm the traitor.
Possibly, because a lot of the characters, of course, we all do not believe that it's going to be Deku.
Villain Deku AU.
I mean, he's going to be number one hero, but who knows if he becomes a traitor in the process?
I mean, he writes down everything about everyone.
He does.
He's kind of a creep if you think about it.
It's endearing.
He mumbles
It's endearing
in the
because it's
creepiest
Deku.
way. Because anytime anybody sees him, they're just like, what the heck is wrong with him?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, he has 13 notebooks of just people's quirks.
He
And
does take a lot of notes.
yeah, I mean, I don't think it's Deku for obvious reasons, but anything's a possibility. It's just a theory.
He's too earnest to be.
I think he's just too pure. Like he wouldn't want to.
Unless it's all a ruse.
Oh,
What's the skin?
I already got a reply for one of the jobs I applied to.
Booyah.
Booyakasha. But yeah, Toru is my biggest one, and as well as the president. But and then other than that, I don't see anyone else, or even I can't come up with a good argument of why it could be anyone else other than the president.
She is a sweet girl.
She is invisible, the most unique quirk ever to be a freaking traitor. Like, I feel like it could be a very big red herring.
I don't want her to be a traitor.
I mean,
She's
no.
a good girl.
I mean, she's best girl without even being able to see her.
Yeah, no, I want it to be the principal because dude straight up was like, "Fuck, hate humans."
But I do see how Relle could see it could be a Choco with just wanting money and fame. Not even fame, just money.
But
Yeah, she just needs money.
as far as what she's explained, though, her intentions have been clear.
Yeah.
She's been a pure girl, sweet good.
So, like, if the League of Villains came to her saying, "Hey, we can give you a lot of money if you do this for us," and she's that gung ho to help her family, yeah, I guess you're doing it.
Only reason why I say Froppy is because yes, I said Froppy.
How dare you?
That's her fucking name.
No, her
No.
name is As Sweet Sia.
But her hero name Froppy.
She's just mad that he even accused her.
She is my precious child. They are all my precious children.
So her new ability to utilize camouflage again, I understand is not like Invisible Girl.
Toru.
I'm not going to remember the names.
Toru.
It's you can
Just
do it all
state
day
their
long.
quirk.
It's fine. I will explain exactly who I'm talking about without using the name. I think everyone will understand. But she's been a part of every single last thing that they've actually gone through. If you watch the anime, she's always been a character not very influential, but always present, always there, right before a villain attack, but always present.
Mm-hmm.
She can do anything a frog can do. She could literally climb on the ceiling if she wanted to. How high is everyone's perception? Don't know. So she literally could be sending out. She could be giving out all this information, and no one would have actually even thought about it.
Yeah, kind of.
But she is also the only. This could help your case and also not help it. But she's also been the only other side character who's had a filler episode just about her. And that filler episode, I feel like, wasn't obviously to relate to her and see her side and just care for her character more.
To humanize her right before they pull the rug.
Not right before.
When
When they're doing their internships for their hero stuff. And she was on with that
I got you.
Yeah.
The walrus.
The walrus guy, yeah. The guy who always did the cute face. And I just feel like that episode, yeah, it was like you related to her, but I feel like they wouldn't have that episode and then be like, nah, we're just joking. That was all red herring. I feel like it'll just be a whole. It would almost be like what they did with Frozen, what me and Ben talked about last night, where Hans, if you rewatch the movie, nothing about his character said, "Oh, I'm the villain." The scene when he is in the water and picks up the boat and smiles at Anna, that's a genuine smile. He's not like mischievous about anything until the last 15 minutes of the movie.
There's a good fan theory that the only reason
the
only reason he grabbed for the throne so hard is because he is the youngest brother amongst 12, and if he didn't get this, he would have nothing left.
I mean,
That's not near as good as the troll
But
putting a curse on him.
no, the troll's also putting a curse on him since they wanted Anna and Hans? No, Anna and
Kristoff?
Thank you. I was like, Klaus? Nope. They wanted Anna and Kristoff to be together, so they cursed him. So it's just like, nope, make him evil, because if he's evil, then they can't be together.
Maybe, but
But
just I feel
they finished each other's sandwiches.
sentences.
Sandwiches.
But I don't know. I feel like it'll be like that with Froppy as well. Like, there's nothing leading to us believing that she's a traitor at all. But with other characters, you just know so little about them, then there's still not evidence, but there's still openness, I guess you could say, for them to be the traitor.
It's gonna be somebody from Class B.
That would kind of piss me off.
It's that stupid kid from Class B. It's like, Class A.
The one that keeps saying shit.
It's like,
I'm gonna tell where they are.
Which, how OP is his quirk being able to copy any quirk just for a short amount of time? That's pretty OP.
Well, apparently it's not that OP because he couldn't end up in Class A. Oh.
Yeah, why isn't he Class A? They didn't say like
Because
Shade.
during the entrance exam, I guess he couldn't touch
couldn't touch
anyone.
nobody. Okay.
You gotta touch
But
me.
I don't think it would be Froppy or Sue, only because
I don't see where they develop that.
Yeah.
yeah, and then at the same time, look at it like this: when Deku and then went to go rescue Bakugo, after they came back or whatever, when they was all in the hospital, she was there. Then after the fact, you know, then they come
she was
together
so hurt
and she
that
breaks
they
down and
left.
shit.
Right.
She ain't had to do that.
And she
Like,
even
that
said,
wouldn't
like,
have been
the fact that you're saving a friend, but the fact that you're acting when you shouldn't be makes you like villains. Like, I feel like all of that.
If anything, she
Unnecessary.
would have encouraged them to go because, like, yeah, get revenge.
Right.
We can take you if you go now.
And again, it could be a giant ploy,
Yeah,
but
too.
I just don't believe it is.
Yeah, I just don't see her being the traitor plot-wise developing into much of anything being useful or interesting unless they are really good at hiding stuff and being very misleading you a lot. Because there could be some epic twist that nobody sees coming from that, but
Well, we had this podcast recorded, and if the fact that it does turn out to be
I will cry.
and I will be vindicated.
When it gets announced in the manga, can I tell you guys?
no.
My baby.
Yeah, you told me.
You
I
tell me.
mean,
Alright.
you'll know.
So everyone but Ben.
Caps lock chat, caps lock in our chat.
Alright, so now I guess we're talking about theories with My Hero, so I have another one. I have two different ones actually, but I'll start with this one. Who's Deku's dad? Do you think
All Might?
do you think it's a character we already know?
All Might.
Or do you think it's someone that... Because I believe they've said his dad is out on business. That's why he's not around.
And his dad is a fire user.
He can breathe fire. And that's really all we know about his dad. And the creator did say his dad is important to the story, but we don't know if he has been introduced or if he hasn't.
He's
He
an
can breathe.
he's
Wait.
an illegitimate Todoroki. He's an illegitimate Todoroki.
Yes, his mom can attract small
I've
objects to
seen that.
her,
Yeah.
and his dad can breathe fire.
Can breathe. Oh, wait. Besides that family, is there anyone else who could breathe fire?
Not that's been
No, that's
introduced.
not been shown.
Yeah.
So
Illegitimate
Todoroki.
Todoroki.
So you think he might be...
But
he can't
his
be
dad's
Endeavor,
been
though.
away
Endeavor
on
can't-
business, so
Endeavor can't breathe
and-
fire. He just...
Yes, he
And-
can.
He can't breathe fire. He can just control it.
right. And
Why can't
Here's
Endeavor,
that.
Endeavor hasn't been
If he
away.
didn't go create it in his hand,
At
why
least
can't he
they
create it in
haven't-
his mouth?
They haven't talked about Endeavor ever going away for any reason,
Right.
jail or whatever.
Well, no. You know when the pastor sleeps with one of the constituents in his church, Daddy is always busy. Daddy has a real family, but Daddy's never coming home.
Actually, one great theory, like everyone's like, oh, it's All Might or it's All for One. But I read a really good theory that it's All for One. And that it basically goes that he's All for One is the original brother who started the origin of One for All.
Mm-hmm.
So you can assume that he has a quirk that can let him live longer for generations.
Mm-hmm.
So what this theory is that he started dating Deku's mom and eventually fell in love with her, had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But then he got in that fight with All Might that messed up his face.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't hide that from Deku's mom anymore, so he left saying he's going away for business.
Mm-hmm.
So when he did this, he left and Deku became quirkless, and he wanted to basically have a successor for All for One or just any quirk at all. What he's doing for Tomoe Shigaraki.
Mm-hmm.
Because he couldn't use Deku because he was quirkless and because he didn't want to mess up Deku's mom,
Mm-hmm.
he chose Tomoe Shigaraki, someone who was really the one for all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the theory I heard. It's possible. It would somewhat make sense, but it's a long shot.
The ancient dad theory. He left to get a thing of milk, Deku. He'll be home soon.
But I'm gonna say,
Don't
why wouldn't
worry,
he come out to him
Midoriya.
now then?
He'll be home soon.
So All For One is like the one character who's ever said like, "Oh, All Might is Deku, who has One For All now. He's the new generation." And like All Might, I don't know if he actually said, "Yeah, it is," but he is one of the only characters who said it's him.
It didn't even wasn't even a question. It was like,
Yeah.
Like, damn, homie.
So that's one theory.
Somebody's ranting your
What if
motherfuckers out.
Deku was made in a lab, like in a test tube, and they were trying to extract from All Might the One For All to develop something like a super army or super villains or
why
something
would they
like
be?
that.
Why would they have Deku to test though? So you're saying he was created, but what? But he doesn't have One For All yet.
Right.
So I'm confused.
So something happened in the experiments by combining a bunch of quirks, ended up neutralizing them.
And that's why he's quirkless, you're saying?
Right. Or he has one that he hasn't discovered because it's minor or something.
There actually is a theory that Deku had a quirk. It was just stolen by One For All, and that's why he's quirkless. Because there's the doctor that Deku sees that tells him he's quirkless is the same doctor.
It looks like the same doctor.
It looks like the same doctor that All For One has.
However, that theory has a lot of weight to that one. So it looks like that one might actually be confirmed.
Yeah, like the doctor looks exactly the same. And if the one flashback that Deku has when he got bullied by Bakugo, there you see one of the friends bullying him with Bakugo is a guy with wings, like red wings.
And then he breathed fire.
He did not breathe fire, I don't think. I think he just had wings. But they did confirm that little kid is the same Nomu that stole Deku during the Stain arc. So, and they said that kid and that Nomu is that doctor's grandson.
So, and the theory behind that one is the reason why the doctor is doing this for All For One is because he wanted to actually try to save his grandson. So his
grandson's dead though.
Now his grandson's dead, but in the process he was trying to, like, his grandson was taken, and he was trying to essentially grandson out. So do this for me, or the fact that we will murder your child, and or he could have been charmed, something else entirely.
There's so many different things because All For One has so many different quirks, and because of a thing that happened in the manga like 2 weeks ago, I won't say, you learn more about All For One, and also One For All. You learn more about the origin, other than what All Might tells you in the anime.
Was he holding out?
Well, it's just more backstory.
That's a question, and he said he's not explaining any of it.
Oh, I completely missed that part.
Like, do you remember when in the tournament arc where Deku snapped out of Shinzo's brainwashing?
Yeah, from the Black People Club.
He saw like the previous users of One For All.
But we didn't know what that was. So that's what that was.
Not at that time,
No,
but it's been explained. It's been explained since then.
Because he talked to All Might about it. But
yeah, because even All Might has seen them, and
Yeah.
they've shown it when All Might was fighting the hands guy. In the attack.
Yeah,
the
hideout
on
attack.
the gym or whatever.
Because All Might did say that he's experienced that before, but in the manga, all I will say is that Deku had a dream and almost like relived part of the origin of One For All and saw the brothers and saw more of it, this backstory. That's all I'll say. And when he that's all I'll say. Never mind.
Alright.
Oh, I heard a theory about the president.
Who the heck is the president?
Principal, sorry.
Oh, I was like, who
Like-
the heck is the
Of the country?
of Japan? They have presidents?
No, it was a
Principal.
It was a theory
Rat
about
Principal.
the principal. How like he's a polar bear rabbit. What is he?
Yes.
So
I don't think he actually says.
yeah, so there was a theory
I
that
thought it was
he
a mouse.
was the very first Nomu, and they failed in the experiment to create Nomu, and instead they gave him his quirk, and he escaped, and he created UA to fight against the League of Villains because of that.
That's a successful little rat.
He's also a genius.
Gave him the wrong quirk.
Yeah. So that was just a fun little theory I saw. But anyway, Anything else? My hero related, theory related that you could think about? Any questions? Rel, you always got something.
So what's?
I just want.
So wait. The League of Villains, and I'm not sure if we're actually going into manga territory with this one.
Wait, are you talking about the League of Villains or the Vanguard Action Squad?
I hate
League
my
of
life.
Villains.
Okay, just making sure.
Fire guy.
Dabi, so Vanguard Action Squad.
The newest Todoroki. Got it.
Yeah, that.
Oh, so you want to talk about that theory?
His flame is blue, so he already done.
Endeavor can make his flames.
I
burn.
know, and that was the best shit ever. You know,
that
held
was
that
awesome.
motherfucking head, and it's just like, we going back.
So you know he fucked up one of his older kids. He was like, man,
Well,
shit.
Restraint.
because the thing, like, there's like the one flashback where you see Todoroki being like pulled by Endeavor, and you see all his siblings. You see the sister, which you've seen in the anime, the white-haired brother, which you haven't seen in the anime, but you have seen in the manga, and then a third brother who has red hair, which you haven't seen anywhere else other than that flashback.
I've never seen two sisters though.
No, one's his mom.
Hmm?
One's probably his mom.
Yeah.
No, her mom in the hospital.
His mom has white hair in the hospital. His sister has white hair with red highlights. The brother has just white hair, like white spiky hair, like almost like kind of Super Saiyan.
It's like a girl.
And then,
No.
there's the redhead brother, like with kind of like what
Because I gotta watch it all over again.
that was the rock guy, Kirishima,
Mm-hmm.
like his hairstyle almost.
Word.
And there's a theory, that Dabi is that brother. He just dyed his hair, and possibly Endeavor gave him the scars, or he just wears scars,
Or he tried to show off and burned his fucking
Yeah.
self.
It's like that kid.
yeah.
That kid in the middle who nobody knows who he is and has not seen him since. Like
And
they were shown in the comics, so it's just like that
that's
kid.
in the anime too. That scene, and one of the theories is that he just like maybe Endeavor did something. He left the family, and
Endeavor's a horrible father.
Somebody drew fan art,
Is he?
and the
though?
guy just looks
He
like a
looks like
recolored Dabi.
yeah. But when Bakugo got stolen, there's that one quick scene when Dabi is going through the teleport from the guy, and he looks at Shouto.
Mm-hmm.
He says Shouto Todoroki. He says his full name and looks at him. It's like a really dramatic scene.
Yeah.
And that was it. So everyone's like, that was weird. Why does he know his whole name? Why did he even say his name? Why did he make that moment?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
that's what started the theory, I believe.
let's be honest. Shouto is the only one who's like, okay, come up with your superhero names. What's your name? Shouto.
That's your real name.
Yep, that's my
But
name.
that's what Ida did too.
Well, that's he did that because he didn't want to take his brother's name yet. He
Did he
didn't
take
feel
it
like
now?
Their names are passed down based on who's currently working.
Did he take it now though?
Oh yeah, he took a D.
His legs don't work.
Oh, shit, he got handicapped?
His brother.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? Even I knew that.
No, I thought she was talking about Tenya. I'm like,
No,
yo,
his
what
brother.
happened?
The same fight.
I thought she was talking. No, I thought
Yeah,
she
the
was
same
talking
fight
about
with the
something
brother.
happened in the manga, and like, oh, he in the legs. Oh, damn.
No,
It's
because
two
she's
brothers,
not allowed
like-
to talk about that.
I say it's like Saving Private Ryan up in this bitch.
there was the fact that like this is in the anime, All Might retired, and Endeavor becomes the #1 hero by default, and he gets pissed off, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And
He makes an indisputable win.
Because now he can't beat All Might.
yeah,
Mhm.
so there is a scene in the manga where Dabi appears, and Endeavor's there,
Mhm.
and everyone's like, "Oh my god, are they gonna announce that he's really the brother?" They didn't, but there's still more speculation that people have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because they did name the other brother in that chapter, and I forget his name. I think it was like Yoto or Yato.
Yep.
Wait, are we getting spoiler territory?
Just the name. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
But like they just named him, and then like they know he's still somewhere. But
Anybody else concerned about the fact that Endeavor beat his wife and children, but is still allowed to be a top hero?
no one knows that.
They never said that. They never said
No
that.
one knows that.
No, none of the flashbacks ever indicate that. Like,
Wait,
it's
no.
vague
All of
when
the
he says-
flashbacks indicate that he beat
it's
his
vague.
children.
When he says, because she hit you, I put her in a hospital, he could just put her ass in a crazy
Yeah,
hospital.
he may not
He
have.
did.
He may
'Cause
not have
it doesn't
beat
seem
her,
like-
but no one knows that Endeavor
think-
mistreated her.
I don't
They
think he
just
mistreated
Endeavor may have just convinced them she's crazy. Put her here.
And she was
I mean, he is a number 2 hero.
Right.
Number one.
Why
He's
would he
But-
lie?
now the number one.
But she was a little crazy. She threw She threw hot water on the baby.
Okay,
Goddamn.
okay, she threw hot water on the baby because her husband is a psychopath.
Okay, that was a
That
little
doesn't
crazy
even
on
make
her
sense,
end.
though.
That was a little
I like
crazy
that
on
you're
her
justifying
end.
There's nothing feasible.
You're
And
like,
then what
oh,
made
yeah,
it worse
she's
is that
so sweet lady.
she's on the phone. I just don't know what to do. I can't look at him. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do something. I'm like, oh, baby, like, this is not the time for me to show up.
Okay.
What I got around me right now?
That's fair.
And the fact that she,
But that man beat
aimed
his
for-
kids.
she specifically
What did
aimed
he
for that
do?
side. She was like, I'm gonna kill that side of you. Like,
That man beat his kids though. That man beat the shit out of his kids. The kid was like 5 and it's like, okay, we're gonna do some combat training. Dad, I don't know how to throw. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit.
He has the Zuko backstory.
He
He
dies.
is Zuko.
But his mom did it to him.
No, he is Zuko.
But his mom did it to him.
Even to the point where the Fire Lord banished the wife.
Oh no. Let's be real. The moms in all of these stories did fucked up shit to their kids because just like
They-
in Avatar where she's like, I'm just going, he ain't even your kid. I'm fucking leaving. He ain't even your kid. Excuse me? And then the bitch left and it was just like,
And then she
hey
had
dad,
the-
how you doing?
She had the choice to get her memories back. She's like, nah.
Exactly. She
I'm
was like,
good.
I'm gonna leave the kid that he obviously hates after I told him that, that ain't his baby and then go. And she's like,
Which Avatar are y'all talking about?
oh, there's an ending where
There's
they go
there are
over his
comics.
mom's story, and his mom's story essentially is like, well, I
His
may
mom is
have
alive.
I may have fucked this other guy around the time that I got pregnant with Zuko, so I didn't really like my husband, and I was getting real tired of him.
She was forced into marriage.
Yeah, so it got to a point where I told him that Zuko wasn't his kid, and then I snuck out in the middle of the night, but I left both my children in there because I'm an ancient mom.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And
But I'm an ancient mom.
No,
No.
and then I got my memories
He's trying to-
right,
he's
so
trying
I
to
didn't
make a
even
pun.
remember I had kids, and then I had a whole new
You can't
family.
even fault me for that. I'm
Ko,
gonna come back.
Ko, the face stealer's mother, took her memories and gave her a different face so that she couldn't go back to her family.
So she abandoned her. She was given a choice to. It's like, we can get rid of your memories. She's like, do it.
But how did she run into Ko?
I don't remember exactly how, but she just did.
She was running through caves to get away from him to
But
hide. from him.
he's not on the physical plane.
It's Ko
It's
the
a
face
cave.
stealer's mother.
Huh?
It's Ko the face stealer's mother, the spirit's mother.
Oh.
But yeah. So again, this falls into the whole thing of the ancient mom. I could live with my kids and out him for being abusive. No, I'm gonna throw hot water into my kid's face. I think that's the solution for this.
But I mean-
I'm gonna throw hot water into my child's face.
And like the fact that Todoroki goes to visit the hospital now,
It's
some
not a
of the
place
other-
in the hospital. Cause
it is a mental
It
hospital.
wasn't even a hospital. It wasn't
It's
even
it's a
like
mental
hospital.
it's a mental hospital.
So that's how you knew something wrong with her.
My entire
like,
thing
the
though
fact
was
that
like
she's still there though. After so many
Why is
years.
she still there?
she's been there for like
She don't want to leave.
So one, that relationship. Do you want to go back to that?
just divorce him. Divorce is an option.
Wait, are they still married?
Bump
Yes!
So one, they are still married, but
But
if she leaves him, that will actually ruin the image
But
of
here's the
Endeavor.
thing, though. Here's the
See,
thing.
But nobody knows about the wife anyway, so it's
Is-
not like it
Todoroki's
matters.
not the youngest, is he?
Yes, he's a baby.
Yeah, he's the youngest.
So what about Todoroki? Like I said, there's other kids.
Like his
What
mom,
was it about Todoroki that she had to burn him?
because
Was that
Todoroki
just
was
the la-
exactly
he-
half
Was
of
he
his
just the
mom's
last straw?
no half of his mom's ice power and exactly half of his dad's fire
And
power.
her-
So if you look at
and
his
it-
eyes,
Yeah, his eyes are his dad.
So
and
other
his-
sisters, the other siblings don't have the blue eye.
no.
No,
I don't think so.
Alright, okay.
But
So
my
maybe that
entire thing, my entire issue is like you said that Endeavor, that would ruin his image. Okay, this woman used to go to like his little kindergarten ceremonies and all that. They haven't seen this woman in like 10 years. This isn't gonna ruin any image. If anything, they already think they're divorced. So it's just like
But the fact, the thing is, Endeavor even said, I don't know if he said or someone else did, but he like purposely chose her to create a really strong quirk with a kid.
he made the statement.
So
that
did he
chose-
have multiple partners?
Because in that manga thingy that she sent me that one time, when I had to ask that redo how we do spoilers.
We don't do them.
He is an asshole only because of how he engineered his children.
Well,
he,
yeah.
my-
oh no, that was in the anime too. It's like, well, gotta get the right kind of baby.
Right.
But it
You
makes
have
sense.
too much ice.
Hold on, but here's the other thing. But he's not the only hero that did that.
He's not.
He's not.
Like, it's not.
Honestly, if you look at Bakugo's parents kind of look like they did it too, because it's like, my quirk is glycerin. My quirk is, what was it? Corrosive sweat. If you combine those, you get explosions.
But the thing is, you don't even know if you will get that. It's just likely. It's just like genetics.
It's
In our
80%
world.
chance. It's an 80% chance.
Okay.
Just like Asui's parents is like, hi, I have frog quirk. Hi, I'm a toad. What are we gonna get?
You look at it with a Blastoise.
We're gonna get. You know what? What kind of shit does this universe go through? Ah, yes, we both have firepower. Our children have firepower. Kid has water power. You slut! That's the only way to solve these things. Where sometimes parents just have to deal with these things where it's like,
Wait.
well,
Well, go ahead, finish it.
where it's just like your child gets a completely different quirk than what they should from your family lineage. Something went very wrong here.
Speaking of that, that's what I was actually about to bring up. The little kid that Deku saved when they were
Koto?
yeah.
Yeah.
What was because his parents died.
They're water hose. They just couldn't like spray water, I'm pretty sure. And,
Okay.
He had the same quirk.
Okay. Because I remember whatever he did
Yeah.
was just really weak and
The
distracting.
most you
Yeah.
could do is like, I made
Squirt gun. But let's talk about like the fact like Tokiyami, people who have quirks that just change their whole appearance, like Froppy, him, the dog
okay.
hot person.
Yes.
Do you just wake up one day
Right.
and it's like you're a dog?
Todoroki, okay, Asui probably had the easiest transition because she grew up with that.
Right.
But freaking Tokiyami, where she's like, I'm a normal boy. I'm a bird now. Calm. What?
But like, have we seen his parents?
No!
Yeah.
That's the
That's
worst!
the fucked up thing. We got to see Juro's parents, which no one questioned, no one even cared, but we don't get to see Tokuyami's parents. What the
I
fuck?
love how Jiro's dad is like, he's just really talented at instruments. That's his quirk. And it's just like,
Right. That's just
that's
like he's good
cool.
at learning or something. Like
It just seems like you're very adaptable to life.
yeah, it's not a quirk.
Ochako looks exactly like her parents. Deku looks exactly like his mom. So
You know his mom does not look like his mom.
Well, you
Well,
could
no,
look
no,
like
she
his
used-
dad, and we don't know.
Used to like basically when she was younger, she looked
Taller.
yeah she did
look,
taller,
look,
which is
look.
strong.
That is what happens to women. We shrink and we get fat. I am a testament to that because I shrank and I got fat.
How much have you shrank?
I was 5'3.5". I think I'm just 5'3" now.
It's a half.
Excuse me, that is important.
Hold on, half an inch can be quite a big difference.
You knew that was coming.
Yes, sir.
But your hair though, your hair would definitely put you above that 5'3".
No, my fro's not big enough yet.
They said
You
if you
right
trim
now,
the
or
bush,
if you come, if you like,
they said if
throw
you
it
trim
out?
the bush,
I
it
don't
makes
want to
the,
throw it
the,
out.
tree
Then all
look
my
taller.
curls will be gone. But yeah, kids. What's the martial art kid's name? The one with the tail.
The one.
Or the one that has 6 freaking arms.
The monkey guy.
Alright, Duplo arms, I can understand why he's in class A, but I can't understand Ojiro. That's his name.
Ojiro.
Tail dude. Why the fuck
Ojiro,
are you in this class? Why you not
Because
support
he can't
character?
take-
Because he scored that high.
he kicks
That's how
ass.
that works.
But-
He just has a third arm. That's all it is.
No, it's a tail.
No, it's a tail.
I know. I was just.
But my
But like,
whole,
it's not even an
my
arm
whole
because they
thing
have
is,
like
it's
a
prehensile.
hand.
it's again when you wake up. Did it start off like a tiny tail and then just get bigger, or did you just wake up one day and it's like
Boom,
tail?
10-foot tail.
Just like the dude with the
It's
extra arms. It's like, did you just wake up and like one arm sprouted
He
out
never
and another
talks.
another arm
He
sprouted out?
never talks with his mouth. He talks with
Right.
his like
He
arm
puts
mouths.
mouths on his hands.
Because he has
I was able to find them. Please stop talking to me. You
It's like, bro,
disgusted
I
me
don't
as
know
a
why you
person.
think this is
I just
okay
don't
for
like
you.
how they turn into ears and like.
Ah, yes, let me listen to. Can you
You know, it
just
turns
use your
into a
head
tree,
ear?
a network. He turned into a damn tree and then a bunch of ears. Like,
Although he's a good friend, because you know, as soon as Asui went down, it was just like, "Come here, sweet angel, let me hold you."
What other weird people are in class A or B?
The tape dude.
Class,
The
Mina,
Pharaoh.
did you
Mineta?
just wake up pink?
Oh yeah,
Mina-
Alien Queen.
Yes, Mina is a sweet girl, but it's just like,
Well, maybe she was always pink because she's an alien.
well, that's her name. She really likes Alien versus Predator. She explained that. She is an Alien versus
Well,
Predator.
the thing is, her quirk is acid.
But like,
So, like,
not...
was she always pink? Is she just got acid, or did it just all come together?
If we had saw her parents, we would know.
It's gonna be like her mom was just pink. That was just her quirk. Hi, I'm just pink. Hi. That's what. That's
her
it.
mom's Jigglypuff?
Pretty much.
Or Kirby.
And her dad's
Kirby and Jigglypuff.
and her dad is with the spitting velociraptor thing from Jurassic Park.
Mineta, I'm not concerned about Mineta.
No one likes Mineta.
No, that's because he doesn't deserve to be liked. He's a disgusting
pervert.
one.
If he's the traitor, I don't care. Die.
Right?
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
Like
you could take him out of the plot and he doesn't add anything.
Nothing at all.
Nothing changes as far as the plot.
That's my
Like,
favorite
all
thing. Is
the
everybody
other
is like down for
heroes, it would
everyone else.
change.
I've seen everyone shipped with somebody else. Mineta is literally no.
Mineta could be the traitor.
Great-headed bitch.
Yeah, you could.
because he wants boobs. That's all.
Not even that, but you probably would never expect him.
I wouldn't be surprised
And on
if
top
it
of
was
that, he
him.
probably doesn't even
Mineta's
want
a
to.
coward.
He probably doesn't even want to be the traitor. He's being.
How did the
he
coward who can barely pass anything make it into Class A1 and make it into UA2? Like,
How can his quirk get in? First off, how did he pass the entrance exam to get into Class 1A? And how is his quirk relevant to hero stuff at all? I can stick things, and if I pull too many sticky balls off my head,
my head starts bleeding.
Like-
Did we ever figure out what his ultimate move was?
Grape Rush.
Where he just throws a bunch of balls.
He just throws a bunch of balls and gets something stuck. That's all it is.
You get super stuck.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob where they're fighting with snowballs and Squidward comes out. That's what it is.
That's right.
So then, because I want to see what his ultimate little move comes out as.
It's Grape
It's
Rush.
supposed to be.
We
supposed-
just said
That's it.
this.
That's it.
I
No, he wants to believe it's better than
It
that.
has to be something else.
Like at the finale of season 2, he uses it against the Midnight, and he gets her stuck with like the whip and everything. And then when they're actually making the moves, he's like, "Oh, I already made my move. It's Grape Rush. I'm just doing a bit better now." Like that's all it is.
That's so unimpressive.
Delete this
I
character.
thought you were being funny.
I wasn't. Like, I literally thought I didn't see it. But it's
Where's the upgrade button? Where's the upgrade button?
I'm trying to think. Any
upgrade him
other
right out of
kids
the
with
show.
weird quirks in that class? There are no animal children in the class other than Tokoyami. Tokoyami is the edgelord of the class too. It's like, my attack is going to be internal darkness of the blah blah blah. And it's just like,
Whenever you see him training, it's just a dark shadow, and it's just like embrace the darkness.
My favorite thing was when he was in the forest just saying the creepiest shit. It's like, he said it again. Oh god. Tokoyami, please stop.
But when the test started though, he did shorten the name. So then he's like, breaks away from the test. Yeah, that's much shorter than what it was before. You used to call it Dark Abyss.
Yeah,
He
I think
goes
it's Dark Abyss now though.
He goes, it's way shorter than it was before.
Yeah, they're gonna make a big deal like, "Oh, good job naming it."
Yo, what did they let Bakugo name himself though? Because I know he
The
wanted
Bakugo still
because
is
he
not
wanted
a
to be
name.
Explosion Murder. Something.
Explosion Murder King or something like that.
Yeah, you know they took that away. Okay, we're going to break this down. You're a hero. We don't murder.
I think they asked him
Try
to change the
again.
name, and he just like switched the words around. They're like, it still has murder in it though.
So we don't know what his name is. His name is up in the clouds.
It would just be Bakugo.
Hi, my name is Bakugo.
Murder explosion.
Gosh.
Works so well.
What are the other heroes?
Harden.
Who said Tape Guy?
Kirishima.
Oh, Tape Guy.
Oh, Tape Guy.
His helmet.
Zero.
His helmet is a thing of tape.
It is.
Like,
It is?
That's what's in a tape
Yeah,
dispenser.
you didn't know that's what it looked like?
It's a
Yeah.
dispenser. It's literally.
I love Sero. Sero's a good kid. I'm gonna admit
He
his
tries
quirk
to
seems
help.
stupid at first,
But
but
they
when the,
implement it really
right,
well on
the
the
more
show,
that he
yeah.
uses it in the anime, I'm like, oh.
But I'm not gonna lie, that last
that's
episode-
Although
cool.
when they were doing their training and Bakugo was like putting his hands in boiling water,
And all you see is
stuff,
him in the back.
and he's just like this spraying tape. Like, how do you exercise that quirk to make it stronger? Just run it out. You just stand there and you just
Speed.
Well,
that doesn't even take. I don't even think it would take
what's
that much energy.
what's the sugar guy called?
Sugar. Well,
Sugar
No,
Rush?
his thing is Sugar
Sugar
Rush,
Rush.
but no.
I don't
I
know
like
his name.
him.
Oh,
He's
Because
interesting, but
his is very basic, but not. Where it's just like, okay, so you get super strong the more you eat sugar.
Sato.
I like him. He's a good kid.
I like Yayarosa Momo.
Momo!
Creaty.
Pull the things from my chest.
Like,
Not just my chest, but my bag.
So bad. So good.
She's not wearing shorts under that.
Literally,
No,
though.
she's not.
She was just like, yes, I have to bear a lot of skin because I have to have more area to create things. And it's just like...
and that was just an excuse for the mangaka to just
So,
make a
you just wanted
fan
to
service
draw
hero.
some
Titties.
titties. Titties.
No bananas.
Look, tape dispenser.
You didn't see that? What'd you think it was?
I don't know. A lot of kids
Cool
have
looking.
dumb helmets.
But I think it's
Deku
because he's not
has
like.
the dumbest helmet.
Oh, I love his helmet.
I'm so glad he
I
doesn't
love
put
his
that shit
whole
on.
costume. It's so
I'm glad he
awesome.
doesn't put that shit
Right?
on.
Because
Because you can tell it's supposed to be All Might. Like I feel like it's what it is.
Well, they
like
said
the way you look at it,
No,
it's
it
All
looks
Might.
like
But
a
it's
rabbit.
creepy
No,
as
they said
shit.
that.
All
When he
Might looked
first
so
wore it,
embarrassed
All
the
Might was
first
like,
time he put it on. He's
"Shit,
just
you
like,
can tell he was trying to copy me."
yeah, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you gotta kill this.
No,
Like,
I
heard-
like his
you look like a
I
creepy
like the
clown.
fact that his costume keeps getting damaged so he can't put
So,
it back on.
it's like, you got damaged. Well, I guess I don't wear a hood anymore. Damaged again. Well, I guess I now wear armor on my feet and my shins. It's like, yes.
Can we
yes.
get that shit all the same color though? Like, I'm just saying, what? Can we get all the same color? Like the tan, your arm got tan, thigh high gloves now. I'm saying
Although-
thigh high because
Do you
I don't know
think-
what the arm length word is. But no gloves is long as
So,
shit.
something tells me the fact that his costume design, each modification that he's putting on there will be his new permanent thing.
And a
Do you
different color.
Ida woke up one day with just really big calves and then
And
the
And
engine
exhaust
popped out?
ports growing out of him.
Like he just woke up and just destroyed his bed.
So I feel bad because the fact that his brother, who was supposed to be the original
Ingenium.
he only had it in his arms.
Did he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the fact that, and the reason why his younger brother was faster is because like he had to actually put airbags in so he actually could slow down because he couldn't turn properly.
Interesting. I don't remember.
Wouldn't you
that.
just blow one jet out instead? And then just do a quick.
I just feel like their family, like, it's like,
It was interesting when I saw that episode because it was actually all during the Stain arc.
Gang Orca. Do
Bruh.
you think he's okay with being a whale?
He is awesome. I love
I
him.
think
I
he's
just want to
awesome
know what's
too.
hanging from either side of his neck.
It's his cape.
I'm
Do you-
just like, no,
but
because
do you-
it's the
do you
color.
think-
It's colored the same as his skin, so it's supposed to be like fins or something.
I'll call it a
But that
cape.
dangling with the
'Cause
tie
I'm-
in the middle,
That's
I
his
keep
tongue.
thinking that his head's gonna.
That's his tongue. I don't care what anybody says. Keep
keep
it the
thinking
tongue.
his
I could see it being the tongue.
I have a
but yeah.
question.
So it's weird looking.
When All For One
Uh-huh.
actually first showed back up,
Uh-huh.
Oh, I remember.
and
yeah.
you had the heroes and they had this great plan that was where the hell was this gang?
Who gang Orca?
Yeah.
They weren't invited.
They said that he was in different areas doing evacuations, and that he was helping with the fights of
Who?
the
But
villains.
he
who?
he was there.
Yeah, gang Orca was there. He was called.
He was called. Where was his gang?
They didn't call his gang. They called him. Nobody's sidekicks was there.
That's true. Nobody's sidekicks
Fair.
were there. They only brought the top level heroes. They're like, look, we can't take the B team today, kids. No Robins, only Batmans.
hey.
Let's-
Say Speedy. Say Red Arrow. Do not bring up Robin. You already know.
You know for a fact that Tim Drake cannot fight on Batman's level.
Bull.
If it could have, then the artist and everyone would have
They-
taken the plot and
they
put it that
wouldn't
way
have died.
and made it, or
What?
gave him
I
his
didn't
own
say
comic.
that. I didn't say that. That was shame on me.
Well, I meant like a full main line.
So wait, didn't all the Batman's Robins die?
Yeah, that's why none of them are on his level. Batman doesn't die.
Bullshit.
Batman did not die.
Hey, 3 times.
For real.
3 times.
Real fast.
Go.
The fans killed Jason Todd.
That is true.
The fans killed Jason Todd in the most bitch way. He just got beat to death with a crowbar.
No, he got exploded.
No, he got beat to death with a crowbar. He got beat within an inch of his life with a crowbar and then blown up.
Then blown up.
But he thought he almost got out. That was the saddest
He
part.
was almost to the door.
He thought he got out.
Tim Drake is the only one who actually hasn't died.
I know.
He's the only Robin who hasn't died. They thought he died.
But Dick Grayson is the only one.
Carrie, the female Robin, what's her name?
We don't count. I don't count her.
Oh.
Wow.
Why is she not equal?
Oh no, she's equal.
Isn't she the one that got pregnant in the earlier? No, that's Stephanie.
That's Stephanie.
Never mind.
Carrie is just.
What's her last name? Carrie what?
I don't remember. I know there's Cassandra Cain.
It doesn't matter.
Cassandra Cain matters. Stephanie Brown matters.
Until she died. She even died.
That's what I'm saying.
Carrie Kelly.
Oh. Oh wait, the redhead one? The
Yeah.
weird. Oh.
See?
Oh.
She was Robin for just a small bit.
She was Robin when Batman was too old.
Yeah. It was like during that like the Dark Knight.
It's like, I can't move the way I used to. I'll fight dirty.
Okay. I have a question. How come you don't see more sidekicks?
In terms of who?
Let my graphic novel come out and we will answer that question.
And
Okay.
my hero.
Well, let's
Because
get
it's
to
kind
it
of
then.
fucked up.
Well, is it
Especially
really?
for Batman. He's a little fucked up that he thought he does to these kids.
So yeah, if anyone...
I'm sorry. Jason Todd was like, well, you want to live on the streets because your mom's dead, your dad's in jail, and you don't got shit. You can live with me and become a superhero,
Well,
or
Jason
you can
Todd
die on the
got
streets.
caught trying to steal the Batmobile wheels though.
He
But he gave him an option.
Let's be clear.
Just like Dick Grayson
He'd
is
already
like, you want to
stole
go
the
to an
wheels.
orphanage because
Let's be clear. He already stole the wheels.
because your mom's dead, your dad's dead, the circus is over. Do you want to come
Batman
with
got
me
him
or
off in the
not?
first place.
He got 3 out of 4.
He got
He
him.
was about to be out.
That's a win. He got him. That's a fucking
He got
win.
3 out of 4 out.
But Batman
Bruce
fucked up for this.
Bruce was actually there to witness the death of Dick's parents. He was actually in the
Right?
Tim just has a very fucked up backstory. And his father was actually alive for most of the series. But I know we have to get back on track with My Hero. This is entirely different.
Different
conversation.
podcast with Tracy later
Yeah.
on. Oh gosh.
Damn, I can't talk about
But
it.
why is there not enough stuff? Okay. So with all these kids, I go to all these hero schools, and they talk about how, oh, you might not get your hero's license. Then why isn't there like a sidekick license where you couldn't quite get your hero
There
license?
is.
Because you still didn't have a hero
there's-
license to
you
do
need-
it.
There's
still-
the sidekick class that
Yeah.
makes the support class.
Well, there's
The
the
support class is different from sidekicks.
You still need your provisional license to become a sidekick. Though.
Otherwise, you're a vigilante. Otherwise,
Yeah.
dog cop is going to have to come roof you up.
Rough
I
you
hate
up.
you so much. Why?
You're welcome.
Oh,
you don't know that one.
Off the top.
Off the top.
Okay.
That was a good one. I like it.
Okay.
So wait, what was his quirk anywhere? Bloodhound sense?
He's just a dog.
I don't
He's
know.
a bloodhound, but he can stand up and talk.
Do they say like when he gets introduced?
They didn't.
I don't know if
but
they
do
do.
have the beard guy too.
He's
It's
just
just a
You mean
hairball
the one that's a
instead.
giant hairball that
Yes.
controls the hairs?
And it's just like everywhere.
This
And it's
show's
just
so
like-
Like that
weird.
doesn't really. I don't
the
get
big
it.
one she
This
gets
show is so weird.
Let's
It's
be-
so creative
Although,
though.
let's
Well,
be
it's-
honest. If somebody was like, "What's your quirk?" I'm a frog. That's stupid. You're stupid. And then Fro becomes this like, "Oh,
You just gotta be walk away. Just gotta
okay,
walk away.
that can be useful."
Never.
or-
They turn around and say never.
I can just control concrete and cement. I just touch the ground and it just like
That's pretty
becomes
cool though.
liquid.
Like you get
It's
really
cool,
creative with that.
but
though.
that's just like
You know what's a weird,
weird.
quirk? Magnetism on a very low level.
Wow, low level.
Because
He's
that's
talking about himself.
my quirk.
I grabbed the
Oh.
The other, who else has a weird quirk? Oh wait, he's not been
Anybody that's
introduced
in
yet.
the background of the scenes.
Oh,
If
Millennium
you look
or
at the
Millennium?
background
This
heroes,
is weird as
His quirk is so.
hell.
Can we talk about the guy's quirk? We won't say anything else. Just
Yeah.
just the quirk.
Yeah.
Cool with that.
what? No,
Oh,
Can we just
okay.
talk about the quirk? That's it.
no.
The quirk is so cool.
That's great. It'll come out eventually.
in like a year and a half,
Oh,
Please.
geez, it is
No.
that far away.
man. Yeah,
Nope. I don't want to know.
dude, the quirk is so cool.
That's cool.
I hate you.
Oh, you hate me all you want.
So his quirk,
You know something
What's the
that I
purple hair?
appreciate?
What's
Shinzo brainwashing.
Yes, I like that.
You know the thing that I appreciate that My Hero did? These kids go to fucking classes. It's not like Harry Potter, where you found out you got powers. Fuck education.
Well, they don't actually have education. They don't do writing assignments.
Yeah, they do.
That we know
Yeah,
of.
they do. They show them doing writing assignments. That's what the supplementary classes where the dumbass kids were. They were taking. Look, the Baku squad is a dumbass squad.
That's true.
They were doing math. They were doing writing assignments because they failed them shits in normal.
But Bakugo wasn't there.
Baku squad,
He's
and then
smart.
there's the dumbass squad. The Baku squad contains the dumbass squad,
Why
but
are you
Baku
calling
squad
me-
does not always contain the dumbass squad. If that makes sense. Because, they were taking supplemental classes, and the supplemental classes were actual education classes, so they do educational classes, but, Kaminari
Them
and Mina, because Mina's in them too. Mina just don't give a shit. Mina's like, I'm just here to have fun. Classes are great.
And spit acid.
Mina, study.
No.
But I could hang out with friends and read magazines and dance. Mina, study.
Is it about Aliens the Predator? No?
I don't care. She's like, God damn it, Mina.
But while doing the test, the provision exam, she goes,
They didn't say
"What are you guys doing here again?" Well, chick, what is you doing here? You following him too?
Isn't there a guys in the police squad too that's just a cat face?
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder if they changed his
He's a very good boy.
There's a cat.
He's a cat.
Yeah, there's a cat.
Like I think when he shows up, there's like I think Deku
And he's always
says,
licking himself.
yeah, Deku's just like, is he just a cat? And, like that's all that's all he's saying.
They don't acknowledge anything else. It's just like, so you just brought your big ass cat with you, huh? That it?
Oh, there's students in his class?
No, it's a police
He's
officer.
a police officer.
Oh, that's
Although I have to wonder, do police just handle regular crimes
so.
and
It doesn't
the
involve a
heroes
court.
follow
Yeah, they do.
supernatural?
Okay.
Yeah, they did
When-
actually
when
talk
All-
about that.
When All Might first told Deku he can't become a hero without a quirk, he was like, just become a police officer. That's a fine profession, but you don't get all the accolades.
Right.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I was really early on.
Hey, don't fight superheroes. Yeah, sad day. Sad day.
Why? Because he
I
cried.
just want to see some of the regular ass schools that like super powered kids just get to win. Where
Oh,
it's
they
just-
just go because they don't feel like being a hero.
exactly. It's just like,
And like,
well,
who shuts those fights down? You know, right? Do they have like a special unit involved?
no, I'm gonna fuck him up. Okay, so you have fire powers. He's a grass being. You will murder him. Calm
I really
the
do hope
down.
that like
Like
you see
disciplinary committee.
shots of like the crowd sometimes of just normal civilians, but like they're never like too weird looking. They're just like kind of just normal people.
Except for that old man from the first episode that talked to Deku. Was like, hey, you're a superhero fanboy. I'm like, you're a weird ass
Oh,
looking
that guy
old
did-
man.
that guy did look weird, yeah.
You're a weird old man, ain't you?
Get a Cronenberg in there.
I mean, like the manga, like even in the first chapter of the manga, they have like Spider-Man, Superman, and a bunch of like DC and Marvel heroes, but obviously the anime can't get that and license it.
Yeah, they can. Just force them to. There was a Marvel and DC both did anime versions of their shows.
The Wolverine involved for Wolverine, isn't it?
That's Simba.
And Blade has one too.
That one was actually pretty good.
But Blade.
I'm still salty about the X-Men manga because the X-Men anime because they made Storm. Well, I made a rain cloud. I'm tired. And it's just like this bitch can make hurricanes.
Bitch can control weather in the space. What do you mean?
She's tired.
I mean, so can All Might.
True, with one punch. One punch!
That would be
All Might
awesome
was
if they
the-
brought One Punch in.
They should make a freaking crossover episode.
That would be fantastic.
Because like
Love
he's a
it.
hero for fun,
Right.
And like he's a hero for real. Like
What
that
if
would
they
be really.
introduced him as the Electro dude's dad?
That would be pretty cool, actually.
That would be, right? Oh, these take place in the same, like universe or whatever.
Another
like,
continent.
oh my, where were you during this huge battle? I was fighting Shigaraki in All for One. We needed you though. You have Saitama, it's fine.
right?
He's my brother.
But I wonder
That
who,
would be
who would
cool.
win, say Saitama or All Might.
One for
One
all, or,
Punch.
yes, One Punch.
He
Yeah.
can defeat anybody.
Like that's the point of the show. It's just a huge satire.
But yeah, it is.
He's gonna win. He can kill anyone.
Yeah, because if it takes more than one punch,
he's no longer One Punch Man. The anime changes the name.
Anime's over.
Done.
Look here, kids. Now we're disappointed.
But but in One Punch Man, he did punch the dude. He had to hit him more than once. He had to hit him more than once though.
He did because the fact that the guy changed. Like he hit him once and defeated.
So we don't count evolution.
And I don't think he ever when he did punch him he
wasn't trying.
Yeah, he wasn't trying. He's like, oh, consecutive normal punches.
Yes, and he punched him with a bunch of arms because he goes like this at the end, and there's like 8 arms or whatever. I just watched that.
Like, well, shit. It's like a regular punch.
But when he actually punches, when he wants to kill, he will always do one punch.
Do you think heroes murder people a lot?
All the time.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta murder somebody by
It's called
accident.
justice. They're certainly not going to send him to the
You
courts.
sound like Light.
And
You want to know how that one is?
and restraint can't be exercised all the time. I mean, sometimes you're gonna slip.
Well,
Like, oh shit.
I'm just saying, what? So you get to play judge, jury, and executioner?
If it was an accident, no.
I mean, if it was an accident,
I did mention in the
how
Discord,
many people did Endeavor accidentally set on fire?
I don't think he
The fact that when he was killing all those Nomus, he was just running on the side of the wall, melting the windows in the building. Come on, man. That's worse than Marvel stuff.
But I loved him doing that shit.
Oh, it was
all
cool.
I could think to myself was, how will Todoroki incorporate that into his movie?
Okay, it was awesome, but there are people in these buildings.
It was
It's only the wall.
Office building was closed.
And it's
I
only
think it
a
was the
wall.
office building.
It was the middle. It was the it was late.
It was late at night.
It was late at night.
Okay, so you
And
might
then
be
he's
right.
like a two heroes. So I could also assume he would do All Might and minimize damage to the locations. Of
Okay, you're probably right.
You're
About that.
right,
You're probably
yeah.
So I mean, he didn't get the number 2 hero shit.
The real question is, Shouto, can he fly with his fire? Like the firebenders do in Avatar?
I feel like he should be able to.
No,
But he
because
probably won't.
But
He
it's
probably
only on one
won't.
side though. He'll
he's
just
gonna
be
be
off
uneven as hell when he's flying because he's gonna be like
Unless
he's
he puts his stick in his arm.
Okay, you gotta learn how to balance, man. Fuck.
Or he's just flying. Can he get enough pressure with the ice side and the fire side? And
Wait,
balance
to
it
put his
out?
arm behind
Ice
his
though.
arm.
And the
Ice
most
is too
recent
heavy; it'll
episode-
make him fall.
No, he'll just use it like he does as a Silver Surfer, like he did
Use
in
the ice?
Oh, the ice. Yeah, the ice could be
Yeah.
a nice little
Yeah.
ramp.
Yeah, like ice
Right.
and shit. But he could probably put his arm behind himself and just do
Right,
like
but
that.
he's working on
Oh,
simultaneous use of his powers.
I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
If Todoroki put an ice cube in his mouth and activated both sides of his power, would the ice cube melt or stay frozen?
I mean, half of it.
And somebody was just let these dumbass kids be dumbass teens. Because literally, that's something a superpowered teenager would do. So if you're half fire, half ice,
Well-
what will ice do in your mouth?
Really thinking.
And all you see is Deku dumping ice into his mouth
I can
They,
see that.
they do say
Make
when
it
he uses
loud.
too much of his fire side, he gets dehydrated or something, and he uses the ice side. But when he uses too much of ice side, he gets frostbite.
Right, he does get iced over.
So if it's a good balance and it's in his mouth, won't it just stay the same?
Who knows?
But wait, if he actually uses, because that's the actual thing that he's actually working on right now, trying to use his powers both at the same time.
Right.
Because if he because at the time when he actually kept getting frostbite, it's because he was only trying to use his cold half. So if he actually was using both at the same time, like how he's supposed to, how it literally
He's
he's
engineered.
designed for it, how it would literally counteract the effect.
Right. So if he had an ice cube in his mouth, wouldn't it just stay the same
I
size?
also have another dumbass.
Well, no, because
Teenage
if it's
with
staying
quirks
the same
question.
as ice, then the ice side is stronger
That's
than the
true.
cold side. So half of it should disappear, depending on which side of his mouth it gets moved.
I have another quick thing. When you first get introduced to him during the first training arc, he had his whole
Frozen
fire side
side?
frozen over, and he had a red eye.
I don't understand what that shit
What?
was for.
That's never brought up again.
And then my question is this. Did he put something in there to freeze over that shit because his eye damn sure not red?
Yeah, it's
So
blue.
what was going on? What's up with this? What we doing?
They never bring it up ever again.
We're just gonna
guys,
change the design of that and that creative liberties. Just
I have another question about dumbass teenage superpowered stuff.
okay.
You know how Asui is a toad and she has a lot of toad and frog powers?
Mm-hmm.
If you
Just
like
like all the
Asui,
powers.
would you get high because a lot of toads have poisonous venom on them?
I don't know, Ken. If she
Oh,
kisses a guy, will they turn to a prince?
You're right! You're right!
You didn't think about this?
No!
So
But that's only if she's a princess.
She is a princess. She's a beautiful, beautiful princess.
She's best girl.
She's best girl. Same with Ochako and Momo and Toru.
Why am I wearing? I was watching what anime was I watching? And the motherfucker had a shirt that said "Best Boy" on it. Literally, it was Yo Mushi Pedal. You had a shirt that said "Best Boy." Like, you a fucking teenager.
You watched that?
Yeah, I'm almost finished. I think
All of it, or just like the first season?
I am right now. I am at the ending of the Inter High.
Well, there's multiple.
Oh shit.
Grand Road or your Next Generation?
Grand Road.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna finish this because we've been going on for too long. So Kim is in a little bit of a rush. So thank you for everyone who's listening. This has been an interesting, fun episode about talking about My Hero. You can find us on all the podcast big name sites: Spotify, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Google Play Music, and
SoundCloud.
Not SoundCloud.
What happened?
We're not on there.
They're weird.
We grew past it because we're big professionals now.
But I like to hear you guys on Spotify all the time.
I was following you.
Anyway, thanks for everyone who's listening. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am Avery.
I'm Relle.
I'm half crazy, aka Jason. I lost my catchphrase. I'm sorry.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Ben.
And we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Let's go.